relative dating. Part 1, questions, multiple choice. Use the diagram below and your knowledge of Earth science to answer questions 1 and 2. The rock layers represent cross-section of Earth's crust with a fault. The layers have not been overturned. Which rock unit is youngest? One of the things we can do is actually number the rock layers. We have 4 of them altogether. This would be the first layer, 1. This would be 2. This would be 3. And then we have an igneous intrusion, which is cut across. This would be number 4. We see the contact metamorphism. So which one is the youngest? The answer would be the basalt. Which rock layer is the oldest? That would be shale. Which feature in the rock layer is older than the rock layer? The question is not based upon the diagram. Which feature in a rock layer is older than the rock layer? Mineral veins would go through a rock layer, so mineral veins are younger. Igneous intrusions go through rock layers, they're younger. Rock fragments, however, make up the rock layers. They had to be there before, and as we've learned, faults happen after the rock layers are deposited. Rock fragments is correct. Unless a series of sedimentary rock layers has been overturned, the bottom rock layer is usually, based upon the law of superposition, the bottom is the oldest. Why are ancient volcanic ash deposits important to geologists? When a volcano erupts, it sends ejecta out to a large area in a very short amount of time, making for a very, very good geological time marker. It marks one moment in geological history. Use the diagram below and your knowledge of Earth science to answer questions 6 and 7. The rock layers represent a cross-section of Earth's crust with an intrusion. The layers have not been overturned. This would be the oldest at the bottom. Because we have an igneous intrusion and we see contact metamorphism, that means it intruded and squeezed in between the layers here, which means this layer had to be here before the intrusion, and this is number 3. So the oldest layer would be rock layer C. Rock layer A is inferred to be older than intrusion B because if we look at rock layer A, parts of rock layer A were altered by the intrusion of B. Which characteristic of fossils are most useful in correlating sedimentary rock layers? What we want to do is use index fossils, which are located in many places around the world, so they have widespread geographic distribution. But these types of organisms only existed for a short period of time before they became extinct, so they mark a very short time period. We're going to find them in certain very particular rock layers. So we want a wide geographic distribution, but limited to particular rock formations. Index fossils have usually formed from organisms which had a wide geographic distribution but existed for only a short time. Living coral are found in warm, shallow seas. Coral fossils have been found in the sedimentary rocks of Alaska. That indicates that Alaska at one time had a more tropical marine environment. Base your answers questions 11 through 12 on the cross-section below and on your knowledge of Earth science. The cross-section represents rock units that have not been overturned. Lines C, C prime, and G, G prime represent unconformities. Which rock layer was formed most recently? So by basis of the law of superposition, we'll go with rock layer A at the top. Why is there no contact metamorphism indicated between rock unit L and rock unit F? So you see that there's nothing here, and that's because we have an unconformity in here, and that means after all these layers were deposited, this intrusion came through. You can see the contact metamorphism, and these layers extended higher up. There was a period of uplift, weathering and erosion, subsidence, and new deposition. So F wasn't even there when rock unit L intruded. Rock unit F was deposited after the intrusion of rock unit L. Which principle states that the younger rocks are generally deposited on top of the older rocks? That's the law of superposition. The diagram below represents bedrock outcrops. The layers have not been overturned. Letters A through E identify different rock layers. Fossils found in the rock layers are shown. Which is the best index fossil? To be a good index fossil, you want to be found in both locations in a very particular period of time, a particular rock layer. And taking a look at the different fossils we have through here, one fossil is found in all three locations, but only in one particular rock layer, and that's fossil letter C, found here, here, and here. Which rock layer is the youngest? It would be the one at the top, letter A.